Lawin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
All right, good evening. Good evening, Texas. Good evening, United States. And good morning to all our viewers in the Philippines. Welcome to another episode of Season 8 of Be Bold, Why Not? Yes, and you are watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, stream.lawin.live, and twitch.tv. And if you miss our live show, you can listen to our podcasts on Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, and a lot more. And of course, as we always do here in the show, we have a game. So before we start, let's show them the mechanics of the game.
How to join the game. Watch the live show and join the conversation. Share your thoughts or experiences by commenting during the show. Like, share, and tag at least 3 friends in the comment section to qualify for a chance to win a prize. Participate actively. The more comments you leave, the higher your chances of winning. All participants will be eligible for the prize. The winner will be selected using the Wheel of Names randomizer.
There you go, our dear viewers. So again, the more comments you make, the more chances of you winning a special prize at the end of the show. And of course, here at Be Bold, we feature stories that can inspire you, empower you, and just help you get through whatever challenges or anything that you're going through, to help you and to inspire you. Again, with stories of special persons or special people in our lives. So anyway, before I get to our guest for tonight, I just want to say that we truly are being bold when we take a leap of faith. So in my career at this point, I have decided to do something also that shows how bold and how courageous I am. But I'll tell you more about it in our succeeding episodes. And as we probably go along tonight, I'll be able to share that very big step that I have to do in my life. But anyhow, it's not about me tonight. It's about our guest, because I believe that she has a special story that may just really inspire you. Because in our lives, we have experiences that somebody might just be waiting to hear, and that will make an impact in that person's life. So without further ado, I would love to welcome in our show another guest, and she's no other than Miss Raquel Harris. Come on, Raquel.
Hi, Miss MJ. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I can't hear your microphone for some reason.
You cannot hear me? Oh,
I
Raquel,
cannot hear you.
you cannot hear me? Maybe check the volume of your phone. Yeah, because I can hear you perfectly. All right. Well, we just lost her, but anyhow, yeah, she's our guest tonight, and she's a very good entrepreneur. I mean, she caters, she cooks, and she's just really talented. So there you go, Raquel. Can you hear me now?
Clearly and beautifully. And I heard that she caters, she cooks, and very talented. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so we're going we're gonna hear about your story tonight. As I've said earlier, it's all about you because I know that you may have some a beautiful story that somebody from our viewer might just be waiting to hear, and that you might be able to inspire and make an impact on that person's life. By the way, we have a lot of viewers from the Philippines. So to all our viewers, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. And tonight we're gonna feature Miss Raquel. But before we talk about her main thing, which is her main business, we're gonna learn more about her personal story first. So, Raquel, tell us about where you come from the Philippines and how you came to the United States, or
Oh,
about your family background. We want to learn about your family.
sounds great. Well, magandang umaga po, naimbag nga morning to everybody. I grew up in the Philippines, and like what you said, Ate, I was born and raised in Zambales.
Uh-huh.
Particularly grew up in San Antonio, Zambales, and then I studied my bachelor's in Columban College. And
Mm-hmm.
then after that, I moved here because, I was naturalized as a U.S. citizen. So my mom said, "You don't belong here in the Philippines. You go work, work there in America."
I just heard you speak Ilocano.
Yes,
Naimbag. So how do you really speak Ilocano?
basit lang. Konti
Okay.
lang, just a little bit. Yeah, because I grew up in San Antonio. San Antonio is predominantly Ilocano. So I could understand clearly, but I don't fluently speak it.
Mm-hmm. I'm Ilocano. I'm GI.
Oh, for real? For real?
Yeah, and I'm FBI.
From which part?
Full-blooded Ilocano.
Which part are you from, ate?
I'm from Batak, Ilocos Norte.
So I should let you taste my Ilocos empanada.
Oh, you love Ilocos empanada, and do you
I
make Ilocos
I
empanada?
started making Ilocos empanada, and I've had a couple people come back to have
Oh
some
my,
more. So
I need to order. I'm not kidding. I miss Ilocos empanada. It's the best in the Philippines. My uncle, he's my father's cousin,
uh
Brian Farinas. He owns the Farinas Ilocos empanada.
like a big
Yes.
franchise. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Wow.
owns most of the all over the Philippines, and then he's already offering franchise and everything. So yeah, it's the best empanada in the Philippines. Oh wait, I can't wait. My kids love empanada too.
Now,
So
now you gotta invite me to your house, and I can bring 20, 30 empanadas or
oh
make it there at your place.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. Oh my god, I can't wait. Well, anyway, so you said you grew up in the Philippines, particularly in San Antonio, Zambales,
Yes. Hmm.
right? So how was your childhood? I mean, just let's just go back down the memory lane. Tell us about your most memorable, stories, or any memories that
That comes out. Yeah.
particularly,
I,
yes,
I was very different. My mom's Filipino and my dad's African American, and I have two big brothers. I have two little sisters, and usually my little sisters they're very shy, and I'm the one who's very outgoing. So
mm,
and so I told myself, I'm already different. Why not be different? Just like your show, it says be bold. Why not? Right?
uh-huh, that's right.
So I became always the class president. I became a DJ in our high school. I was the one in elementary who would get like a 5 peso and then go to the store and buy some puto seco and then sell it to my classmates so I can get some profit. You know, so
Okay.
I was already an entrepreneur when I was a little kid. So I enjoyed my childhood because I had great friends, and I didn't let Of course, the color of my skin is different, and there's some discrimination, but I didn't let that bother me. I actually, stood up and then showed them that, hey, I'm more than my skin color, and everybody eventually did not see that when I
Mhm.
started singing in a band. I was just bold, for real, for real.
Okay, so you can sing too. So you know what? Usually our viewers would love to hear your voice. So just be prepared. Okay, because you know how it is, as you said, you probably have looked different. You know how our Filipino mentality is like they look at the fair skin colors, right? Like when you're fair skinned, they look at you as pretty or
Right.
what. But it's more discrimination actually in the Philippines than here,
Right.
I feel like. But that didn't stop you. That didn't stop you for being who you are and boldly showing the real Raquel.
Right.
We are not defined by people, that how people look at us, right? So that might have been a challenge for you, but how did you like try to
Maneuver through it.
overcome, yeah, that challenge?
I think it was more challenging when they were when my little sisters are bullied versus me, because I'm a very patient person. I can tolerate a lot, and I think I call it broad minded. In a very young age, I matured early. So
Mhm.
I look at my classmates or my peers, whoever is teasing me, that you know they're they don't know better, and then maybe their parents don't know better,
Mhm.
and so I just let it be. But once you bully my little sisters, it's a whole different story.
Yes, because we tend to defend, right? Our family.
Yes,
Like, we're
yes,
going to fight for them. I don't care who you are. I'm
yeah,
going to stand and fight you for my family. But yeah, because Ilocanos too, we're usually are dark skinned. So it
yes.
doesn't, yeah, like a lot of people in Ilocos and even in other parts of even Baguio and other parts of Ilocos are like dark skin, and actually, they love our skin. It
Uh-huh.
doesn't right? Like fair than fair skinned.
With all
Here
honesty,
now they do. Yeah.
with the technology and the internet that we have now, a lot of children see
Hmm.
different colors more
Hmm.
than when we were growing up. When we were younger, it's just what's in front of us, right? And so
Yes.
when you have people who are different, you kind of ask questions, and if you don't have the answers, you tend to bully, or you tend to react a different way. But now they see LeBron James,
Hmm.
they see all this, you know the singers, the rappers, and all those stuff. As you can see, even the Philippines has evolved so much. We're already westernized from the beginning, but now that we have the internet, the world is getting smaller and closer to each other. So I think the lack of knowledge is diminishing.
Absolutely. And again, diversity is beautiful because we complement each other and we tend to go well with each other as long as we, acceptance. We are it's there's nothing wrong being different. You
Correct.
know, we're just unique. We're just really unique from each other. And that uniqueness that we have, if we put it all together, as you've said, it's a beautiful blend,
Yeah.
right? So, anyway, we are on our first break. And when we come back, we will continue with our chat with our beautiful guest, Raquel. So, I'll see you after a little bit.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
All right, we're back. And before we continue asking questions, we are going to read some of the comments from our viewers. We have a lot of viewers tonight. All right. Margie Posto Reyes, good morning, Mom MJ, watching from Pangasinan.
Ah,
Yes. And then Recto Julius, good evening, Mom MJ, watching from a distance, Pangasinan. Yes, that's funny. And then good evening, Mom MJ, watching from Pozorubio, Pangasinan.
oh, nice.
Byron Bus Terminal. Yeah. And we have Crisaline Buteres Nadado, a new our viewer. Good morning po, ma'am. Good morning to you. And then we have Lisa Raquelman Ungria. Good evening, Texas. Hello, Ma'am MJ and Ma'am Raquel Harris. Watching from the Philippines. Mabuhay ang Lawin. Be bold. Why not? God bless your show. Thank you. And we have Francisco Jasmine Ungria. Good evening, Texas. Hello, Ma'am MJ and Ma'am Raquel. Watching from the Philippines. Mabuhay ang Lawin. Be bold. And God bless your show. God bless you too. And then May De Vera, whoa, two empowered women from PACC, Texas, Greater Houston region. Yes, let's go. And then we have other comments. Anyway, so Raquel,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
you just said you enjoyed your childhood pretty much. And if you remember, what would do you think was the boldest step you had, like you did, like as a child?
As a child, I've done a lot of bold things as a kid. I think it's more of just a story. So
Mm-hmm.
I was a chubby little kid,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a cheerleading competition that
Uh-huh.
happened. So I joined the cheerleading competition. No, I did not wear no pom poms or whatnot, but I was a cheerleader, and that really brought out a lot of confidence for me because I had
Mm-hmm.
to, emphasize my voice. I have to like, lead the crowd or lead the team and everything, and that was nerve wracking, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely worth it because I carried that if I can do that, I can do anything. If I can yell at people and judges and our mayor and our vice
Uh-huh.
council like that, I can do this, you know. So as I think I was about 13, 14 years old then, So from then on, it didn't end. Like what I told you, became DJ, started singing, I started doing competitions and stuff. So
That's amazing. Just sometimes we just need one thing, right? Just one step forward. And you said you had your confidence from there on. So
correct.
the same thing. I remember, yeah, it's so fun being in elementary school, high school. I did some cheerleading too. I wasn't very sports minded, but I was part of the choir as well. I didn't sing solo, but I part of the choir. I was part of dance troupe. So yeah, it just gives you that confidence, and it just makes you feel worthy when you are able to overcome that nervousness, when you overcome that fear of going forward, anything you can do. And just like you said, that was the beginning of you actually following your passion, like in singing and DJing. And oh my goodness, that's amazing. I didn't realize how talented you were. I know I was mentioning about you being a great cook, but now you're just just really talented. Let's hear about the first gig that you did in singing.
Oh, it was high school, and it was in our school, and it was the song "Zombie" by Cranberries.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
I don't know if you guys know that. That's the '90s alternative, and then a lot of Alanis Morissette songs. I bombed it initially. The first one, it was horrible. We practiced, we did great. The first song bombed it, and then did not give up. We're like, you know what? We have like three other songs. Let's go ahead and reconnect, and then we
Mm-hmm.
did good. We did good. We didn't do great because it's our first, but we did good and we continued. And then we got invited into like San Marcelino,
Uh-huh.
or like if there's like a party for like the police, our chief of
Mm-hmm.
police, because one of his son is our lead guitarist. We're the band that plays there. It
Mm-hmm.
was pretty fun. And the funny thing is, 30 years later or 20 something years later, I would meet people and they said, "Hey, you're the one that was in San Marcelino who sang Voltus 5, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's me."
Wow.
Because you can't
That's
forget me.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. So see, I mean, that's another lesson learned. Never give up. Never give up. Yeah. In life, if we quit, then we lose.
Yeah.
And if you don't even try, we lose already. I heard it from someone. If you don't even try, you already lost 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But if you try anything in life, you have a 50-50 chance of winning,
Correct.
right?
Yeah,
So
I
that's
agree.
a great lesson learned. Now, let me ask you, at what age did you come to the US?
I was 21.
Oh, okay.
I finished my high school at 15, started college at 15, finished my college 21.
Mm-hmm.
4 months later, I traveled to the country because my dad was already gone and it was me who was going to be the breadwinner. It was
Mm-hmm.
me who was
Oh.
supposed to take care of mom and little sister, and then for them to follow later. I was supposed to, my professor then in Columban College, Sir Kawili, Joseph Kawili, if you're
Mm-hmm.
watching,
Mm-hmm.
he offered me to, he said, hey, Raquel, you want to take 12 units and you could be a professor and do be a mass communication professor. And I proposed that to my mom, and I had to decide between doing that or coming to America because I have to support my family. And in life, you always have to make big decisions, and sometimes you cannot just look at what's good for you, but what's good for all.
I can totally relate. So, did you graduate in mass comm journalism?
Correct. Yes.
Raquel, oh my God. I started mass comm journalism at UP College Baguio. But just like you, I had to sacrifice my passion because I grew up in public speaking. Like as early as I was probably 3, 4 years old, I was already reciting poems in front of people. And I was an orator, I was a declaimer, I was in yeah, grew up. People thought I would be a broadcaster in the Philippines, which I did. I went to UP College Baguio. But then, just like you said, in life, we have to make decisions and we always think of what's good for everybody, not just for us. So I had to put that aside and I had to take up nursing because our relatives in the US said,
Right.
you know what? We won't be able to help you come to the US. So why don't you take up nursing? So I can totally relate. So we prioritize our family because we love our family so much. That's how we are, like Filipinos, right? We want to provide. So, having done that, so during your first years in the US, what challenges did you have to encounter? And how did you get through
It
all
was
those challenges?
it was brutal. I think
Mm-hmm.
one, the mental and emotional challenge. You're 21. You only know the country that you came from,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a bachelor's degree. You move to this country, and then you end up working at McDonald's. No offense, McDonald's, but you're scrubbing toilets, and you know that you graduated with high honor,
Mm-hmm.
like to the point that you're being asked to become a professor at a college, and
Mm-hmm.
then you're scrubbing toilets, and then the
Mm-hmm.
fact that you have to translate words in English
Mm-hmm.
in Tagalog in your head, and then
Yeah.
translate and then communicate that. We were not talking this straight when we were when we first got here, right?
Yes.
And then people look at you like you're not intelligent, and it's
Mhm.
demeaning. So I think emotionally, mentally, it was draining. And then you're far from the people that you don't know the things around you. I think those are the things that are most challenging, but I was really grateful that I have the Balbarona family, which is my cousin, who
Mhm.
housed me for the first 4 months. In 2 weeks, I got a job. I even sent my mom my pocket money, didn't touch
Mhm.
it, because I didn't need it.
Mhm.
I was blessed to be aligned with family members who really supported me, propelled me to where I am right now. If
Mhm.
that foundation of having that good support wasn't there, I don't know where I would have been.
Yes, yes. Wow, that's very touching. I know it's hard. It's a sacrifice.
Correct.
But we wanted to put food on the table and we wanted to support our family and we are very good at that. We're very resilient, right? We're very resilient. We would do whatever it takes to
Right.
provide for our family, and we
And
sacrifice. Yeah, you're right. You are a graduate, like you have your bachelor's degree, and then you had to take on a job that you wouldn't even imagine that you had to do, just for the sake of family. And that's what separates us Filipinos all over the world. There are Filipinos all over the world taking any type of job
mhm,
just so they can provide for their families. And I think we're very known for that: hardworking, resilient, and just loving
yeah.
people. Yes, and it gives us a lot of pride, because we are self-sacrificial people. I mean,
I'm I'm
yeah.
really proud to be Filipino.
Mhm,
I know I don't look like it, but
mhm,
any opportunity to tell anybody that I'm Filipino, like I'm Filipino, I grew up in the Philippines. We're
mhm,
hospitable, we're loving people. And then some people will say, "Oh, you're too nice." Yep, that's who we are. That's who I am. I
mhm.
can't change it. That
Yes,
that's how
yes.
we were raised. That's what's embedded in us. I think that's why Filipinos are a very special uh breed, or very
Mhm.
special the
Human
country itself,
beings,
human
yeah.
beings. Yeah, because when we take care, I did CNA too, so I have
Mhm.
experience in hospital care or whatnot, or taking care of patients. We look at those patients as our family. Like, if
Yes,
if this is my mom or this is my dad, this is how I want them to be taken care of. And I think that's not, we're not just clocking in to work and get the dollar bill. We're actually excited to see Mr. So and so and Mrs. So and so. I wonder
mhm.
what story they're going to tell us today. We live our jobs and we love our jobs. So
Yes.
that's a difference, I think, from other people that I know.
Yes, and I can attest to that, because I've worked in the hospital for so long, and a lot of times patients were like, "Oh, I love my Filipino nurses. They are just so caring." Like, genuinely caring. And I
Exactly.
think, yes, so Filipino pride here. And of course, we tend to blend easily with any culture, because we're just really that flexible. We are,
Hospital
right,
service.
hospitable, and you name it, we got it. But of course, we also appreciate our fellow other nationalities,
Of
because we
course.
learn from each other. I mean, the diversity actually make us better people. We tend to adopt the the strength, of
Right.
your other people, and try not to do whatever not good, but there's always something in every culture. I mean,
Yeah.
everything is just unique to each and every single culture in this part of the world, especially because we are a melting pot. Like,
Right.
we see all kinds of culture in this part of the country too. Like, Houston is the most diverse part of the United States, so we're
Right.
blessed to be around so many cultures, and that we tend to blend to each other. So I mean, I think that's amazing. That's real amazing. Anyway, we're on our second break. Okay, so we'll be back. When we come back, let's continue our chat with Raquel. So see you after a bit. All right, we're back, and let's read more comments from our viewers. All right, let's see who our next comment is from Margie Pozo Reyes. Good morning, Mom
Good
Raquel
morning.
Harris. And Rocapor Mary Grace. Good evening, Texas, watching from Philippines. Alicia Serra de la Peña. Good evening, Texas, watching from the Philippines. And then we have Margie Poso again. Wow, nakaka-inspired po kayo, Ma'am Raquel Harris.
Thank you, po.
Yes, so inspiring. And then May De Vera, she has a question, I think. But what is really your passion, Miss Harris? Mascom or anything with communication or cooking?
I can answer that, but good. We'll answer that later after you read the. You want me to answer
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if there's more comments and
Yeah.
see, and then we'll get to that. And then Claribel Carganilla de la Peña. Good evening, Texas, watching from Pangasinan. And yeah, go ahead and answer that question, Raquel. Yeah, which one is your passion?
My passion is really cooking.
Oh,
I can communicate my that's my love language. You can actually I can taste my food if I'm sad, I'm happy, or I'm excited or whatnot. I put a lot of love and emotions in my food. So
mm-hmm,
if I care for somebody and I'm cooking for them, that means I truly, truly care for them. You
mm-hmm,
know, um, I think cooking is so amazing because, like me, I'm Filipino and I'm black. I
mm-hmm,
can put together the culture of the Philippines and my father's culture, which is soul food together and create
mm-hmm,
something different. Birth something that's different from others, but yet you still familiar with it. You
mm-hmm,
know, like a specific dish I make, ube bread pudding. So
mm-hmm.
y'all
Wow,
know,
that sounds good. Ube bread pudding.
yes. So it's bread pudding, like the regular bread pudding, but it's made with, you have your ube extract and then coconut cream.
Mm-hmm.
So para, if you can imagine that coconut cream, the sugar, and the ube extract with that bread pudding, it's like Filipino flavor, but the presentation, it's
Uh-huh.
purple, you know,
Yeah.
but it's bread pudding. And I've seen a lot of Filipinos and Americans love it because it's different, but it tastes really, really good. And our desserts are amazing. So
Yes. So where did you learn to cook, or who between
my
your parents or oh your mom?
my mom. So growing
Yeah.
up in the Philippines, you don't have caterers. Right now, they do have a lot of catering, but when I was young, you you peel up, I don't know, 5 kilos of, I don't know, sibuyas, and then you
Oh,
cook. You know what I mean? You
and
peel
then
the
you'd be
sibuyas,
crying. You'd
and
be
you cut.
crying.
Your mom don't care if you're crying. You're like, oh, you're almost done. The onions are, the garlic is next. You know,
Oh,
you peel like, another 5 kilos of carrots. We used to have a piggery, a poultry in the backyard.
uh-huh.
So when I get off school, I clean up the pig pen.
Mhm.
That's my duty, right? So after, if there's a birthday or whatnot, Curly Sue is gonna get slaughtered, and you know
Yeah.
it's a part of life. And then you get to know, and then my mom get to invite a lot of different cooks from the little town, from our little
Mhm.
town, who cooks really good kare kare, right? We're having
Ooh,
a
I
party.
love kare kare. Yeah.
Oh, I had this old lady, God bless her soul. She already passed away, but she showed us from scratch, like the atsuete, the
Mhm.
rice being roasted, and then how you cook it from scratch, and you just watch them and it comes out so good. And you see uh another guy who's cooking the goat meat, who's with a
Uh-huh.
caldereta, or something like that. He's the best guy to make the caldereta. Like, he's like the chef of the caldereta. Like, he's always the guy called, and then I'll be out there like watching him, how he burned the skin of the goat and everything first, and then that char flavor of that skin actually marries with that tomato sauce.
Ooh. I'm hungry.
So that those what inspired me when I was young. I watched my mom
Yeah.
cook everything from scratch. She sent me to the store really early at age, maybe 7 years old. Take the tricycle. Here's your list. Buy the vegetable. If you buy tigulang or old vegetable, she sends you back to
Oh.
the market. So now your mom's mad, and the lady's mad at you because you're returning her okra.
Returning, yeah, because you needed to find some fresh vegetables. Get me fresh veggies,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
So you learn
Yeah.
young to
Mhm.
understand what's the right thing to buy, so you don't get ping pong back and forth by these two
Yeah.
adults, that
Yeah.
who's in charge, right? But
Yeah.
those things
Wow.
stuck. Those things stuck, and until
Mhm.
now, when I buy my vegetable, when I put my ingredients, I want the best of best to go to,
Yes.
you know So cooking is my
See,
passion.
see how our experiences actually prepare us to become the person that God wanted us to be,
Correct.
right? Who would have thought that at this stage of your life you would actually have your own restaurant? I mean, like your cooking business.
Mm-hmm.
And those experiences, those lessons that you learned from your mom actually now has prepared you to be who you are. But I'm just curious though, why mass comm journalism and not
Culinary.
becoming a, yeah, culinary or chef?
I was supposed to be a civil engineer initially. I love
Oh,
to build buildings and stuff, but my handwriting was not so nice. So when I was doing my drawing classes, I failed my first drawing class. So I said,
okay.
well, I need to be in school because I'm being getting paid GI Bill, and we're using that GI Bill to also help support, the house for my mom and my sister, girl. So I said, okay, I'm gonna make sure that I pass my classes, and I took mass communication because I do like to talk,
Mhm.
obviously.
Yeah, that's right.
um, but the cooking part just came along when I started having guests at home. My previous job before I left the corporate world, I was traveling the country.
Mm-hmm.
I had seven territories, or seven people that I follow in different territories like Connecticut, New Jersey, Las Vegas. I did that for about 8 years. I
Mm-hmm.
traveled twice, and it was glamorous. You get paid nice and everything, but I I I think cooking gave me more of a fulfillment, because when I see you eat your food at the MJ, and then you go,
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
direct effect, because I'm
Yes.
I'm seeing that my love is coming through the food, and you guys are enjoying it, and that
Yes.
makes me happy.
Yeah, and as long as you're following your passion, I think it's about really following and living with passion. If that's what you're passionate about, I mean, it makes you happy, it makes you joy, it gives you fulfillment, it makes you
Mhm.
content. And it makes you happy seeing other people enjoy your food. And I think that's what really matters more. And as you've said, yeah, the corporate world or making good money, sometimes, yes, it helps pay the bills and it helps you give some extra stuff to buy the things that you want. But at the end of the day, it's what really makes us happy that matters more.
Yeah, and I
Right.
think also, in addition to that, in your young age, you can work the double shifts, the triple
Mhm.
shifts. You can work three jobs. You can buy the cars, the house, and all those stuff, the purse and everything. But I'm 46 now, turning 46, and I've lived that life. I went to the beach. I went to the all inclusive. All those things, I've done it. But the fulfillment, you kind of like pause one time and you're like, am I fulfilled? Am I really happy? What
Mhm.
would really make me happy? Sometimes pausing and then not being all those hustle and bustle
Mhm.
really helped me kind of divert my attention to where I'm at right now, but not to take it away to people who have passion but they can't really live their passion yet because there's responsibilities. I'm
Yes.
okay with that. There's always time to I have a friend who's a DJ. Her name is Vivian, and she's
Mhm.
an amazing DJ, but she is an amazing artist as well. She showed me her
Mhm.
stuff, but as of now she cannot focus on her art, but she carves out 1 hour, 2 hours, or whatnot, and put time with what she's passionate about. You can fill that little void with that
Mhm.
until you're ready to like jump in.
Yes. And oh my gosh, I think it's just for me to hear your story too. You are hitting me bullseye because you're exactly right. At times we just have to do whatever it takes. Like there are priorities, right? We have
Right.
to prioritize what's needed for the sake of everybody. But
Mhm.
as you get older, I mean, like I'm almost 55. So,
Right. You
yes,
look
I'm
great.
almost, thank you. So I'm almost 55, and I've realized too that I just really want to follow my passion now. I'm
Mhm.
like, like this, doing this. I love this because I'm able to share stories of people like you. And I know that our viewers are actually learning and being inspired. And I think even just one person that we can inspire every week, I mean, that counts because that person can inspire and pay it
Uh,
forward, right? And then if we boldly share our stories, then we are actually showing the world or showing our viewers that yes, you can do it too,
Correct.
right? We
Yes.
don't have to have the position or we don't have to be in power to be
Mhm.
able to inspire people. We
Right.
can inspire people in our own little ways.
Correct.
And yes, so I'm following you. I'm like you. I'm actually I because I've mentioned earlier, right, that I'm making a very big decision in my life and I've made that decision now. I've prayed about it and God has been so good
Yes.
that now I can actually really do it.
Yes.
Like I'm only going to be working part-time as a nurse practitioner
Mm-hmm.
starting April 24th. That's my last day at my current full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
I have a really good job. I'm blessed to be part of MD Anderson, which is the number one cancer center in the world.
Yes.
And I'm so blessed that I was given that opportunity. But I think I can help people in another capacity and
Mm.
that I will be able to make a difference in the lives of families because I'm also life licensed. So I'm
Right.
following that now. I'm going to be able to focus. I'm still going to work as a nurse practitioner, but only once or twice a week.
Right. And
Yes.
I commend you. I think that's very bold, and why not?
Yes.
Right? But I'm very proud of you for doing that. And when you spoke about it the first time I heard about it, you were very passionate, and you sound very excited. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be praying. I'm gonna send great vibes your way for
Thank you.
success.
Ye-
2026 is great. It's a great year for all of us to follow our dreams. You know,
yes.
tell our dreams. And I think at your age that you said you have accomplished so much, changed
Mm-hmm.
your career from your school, and then honestly, I'm proud of you that you were able to insert this
Yeah.
little passion of broadcasting and speaking with and interviewing people. But you're an inspiration because a lot of people are afraid to take the leap, and they would
Mhm.
never know how things would be because they never took that leap, and you are making that leap. We are making that leap, and that's so
Yes. Thank you, Raquel. I know. I know. And if you follow God's plan in your life, nobody can stop you. Only God knows what our future is.
mm-hmm.
And when that time comes, when everything aligns, all, your plans aligns with the heavens,
Right.
aligns with God's purpose in your life, He's going to show you the way. He's going to be there. He's going to carry you through. Because in life, there's no perfect life.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm deciding to do this, but I know that God will carry me through, and the same with you. So anyway, you know what, we're just having so much fun. We're gonna have to go on our last break, and when we come back, we're actually gonna talk about blazon bites.
Yay.
So yes, so we're gonna talk about your baby, you're gonna talk about this, and then just learn more about it, and we're gonna be cheering on you, Raquel. So when we come back, we'll talk more. Okay, see you after a bit.
For divorce and family law in Texas, Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC will guide you every step of the way.
From initial consultation to detailed review of your case and strategic planning.
We'll sit with you during negotiations or mediations, and represent you in court.
Whether it is a family law, estate planning, or immigration, we will be there to guide through the final steps.
So, leave your legal matters behind you and embrace your future.
You can contact Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC at 346-5454-346 or visit dizonlawfirm.com.
All right, we're back. We're back. And let's read more comments. Jingle Romero, good evening, Ma'am MJ, watching from Pozorubio, Pangasinan. And then we have Ara Kilman Ungra. Lahat ng mga nagiging guest ng Lawin Media Network, talagang madami kaming natututunan. Thank you so
Cool.
much, Ara. And then Juvita Tambot Reyes. Hello, Ma'am MJ and Ma'am Raquel. Good evening, Texas. Watching from Pangasinan. Mabuhay ang lahat ng bumubuo ng Lawin. Prince Alvendia. Good evening, Ma'am MJ. Watching from Pangasinan. And Ruby Vergara, good morning. Watching from Pangasinan. Good morning to you as well. May De Vera, she has a question. What's the most challenging food you ever cooked? Okay. And then another question, Raquel. So, what is your favorite Filipino food, Ma'am Raquel? Okay, so two questions for you. What's the most challenging food that you have ever cooked? And what is your favorite Filipino food?
The most challenging food I've ever cooked is pork belly lechon.
Oh,
It took
really?
it took me a lot of tries, and I had to research really really well. There's times when the inside is not cooked yet, or the skin was not crispy enough, or the skin was tough. Because you have to practice it. Even if I was following it, it had a lot to do with the oven that I was using. The temperature was actually not right.
Mm-hmm.
So it took a long time. It was quite frustrating initially, but I think right now I mastered it so far. The
Mm-hmm.
skin's crispy, the inside's great. Miss our PACC president just ordered,
Lean? Yeah?
yes,
Or Gemma?
Miss Gemma.
Okay, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, just last week I made some for Miss Gemma, and her guests really enjoyed it too. So that
Mm-hmm.
was one of the most challenging ones. I don't bake.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hindi ako yung hindi ko, I get frustrated with flour.
Okay.
I don't like measurements. I think I'm a rebel because, 3 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of this, and then mamasahin mo, and then you wait, and then you masa again, and then you wait. That's not me. I'm more of like,
So funny. You make it sound so funny. Yeah.
I can't, I mean, I can bake, but I prefer not to. That frustrates.
Okay.
So that's another thing that I don't do.
Okay.
My favorite food is actually Filipino food, pinakbet. Heck,
Oh, you love pinakbet?
pork belly pinakbet, yung may fat na
Ooh, oh
pinatusta
my.
mo. And then,
Yeah.
yes,
Ooh,
ma'am.
the best. Yes, I love pinakbet too. We're Ilocanos, so
I
we
mean,
have we have the best pinakbet because it
yes,
has all kinds of vegetables that you could not
baka
find.
kubo is all in there.
Yeah, that is amazing. I would love to taste your pinakbet. Oh my, we gotta get together one of these days. Yeah.
Miss Tess and I were talking about pinakbet, and my mom calls it bulanglang, but
Uh-huh.
there's a pinakbet that you make it with bagoong, like the brown
Yes. Mm-hmm.
anchovy, and then there's another pinakbet or bulanglang that we call, that we make it with uh
With the fish sauce,
the,
the
the
bagoong,
the shrimp.
the shrimp. Yeah, yeah.
But after I cook the veggies and the meat and all those stuff with the shrimp paste, I put some coconut cream in it.
Oh, it's different.
I
Oh,
forgot.
I'm curious. That's different type of pinakbet. I know the Ilocano pinakbet.
Yes,
Not the
that's
shrimp.
what I love. That's
Yeah.
what I love, the Ilocano pinakbet, but I also make, those different versions. And write in the comment section what you guys call it in your region or whatnot. But my
Yeah.
mom calls it bulanglang with the coconut cream.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
it's so good too.
Oh my gosh, Raquel, yeah, we gotta get together and because I want to taste your empanada too. Oh, I love pinakbet.
Eileen,
Eileen said she loves pinakbet. I do too.
it's a
Okay,
date.
well, May DeVera says I was told by my doctor to go on a diet, but hearing you guys talk about food, I just want to eat and eat. Oh my gosh. Now let's talk about Blasian Bites.
Yes, ma'am.
Why Blasian Bites? That's so unique name. Where did you get that name? Yeah.
Miss Eileen had the same question before, but she got the answer. It's Black
Uh-huh.
Asian.
Oh,
Blasian. I just
wow.
put the Z there for the pizzazz, but
Yeah.
it's really Black and Asian
Mm-hmm.
because they're,
So,
yeah, because we're called Blasians, right?
mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
really, the cuisines that I make, like what I mentioned earlier, I do a lot of fusion where I
Yes.
bring the Filipino culture and then the soul and the African culture into the cuisines I make. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we call it Blasian.
Okay. Yeah, and bites just to
Just
enjoy.
for the
Yeah,
eat.
the
Yeah.
little yes. Oh my gosh. That's how long has Blasian Bites been? Like when did you start doing this?
We're about 3 years,
Oh my
three and a half years.
gosh, that's your empanada. Raquel, I need to eat your empanada. I'm not kidding. I miss it so much. Whoa.
Yes, and people were really liking it. So yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, our Ilocos empanada is the best. I mean, it's unique and it's actually very tasty and it's complete. You have everything there. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have protein and what what are the ingredients that you put
So,
on the empanada?
so we got the papaya, the shredded
Mm-hmm.
papaya, the mung beans,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
then it's supposed to be what do you call this? Longanisa.
Yeah.
But I'd like to make my own filling. So I put my own flair into the filling, the pork filling that I make. I make it from scratch
Mm-hmm.
because I want it to have a lot of garlic and some other secret stuff. And then the egg, of course.
Yes, of course, yes.
And then I made sure that the batter or the dough, once you fry it, is crispy and tasty. So even just the dough, you're eating the dough, you can just eat the dough and fry the dough by itself. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I gotta taste it. I gotta taste it. I'm not kidding. My daughter too loves empanadas, so I gotta buy it. Okay. Now, do you have a signature, like this signature dish for Blasian Bites? Like, what's your
I
unique
think
signature dish?
there's a couple. My signature dish. I do a Cajun, um, pork belly roasted pork belly, Cajun lechon.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of people like the Cebu style where it's we have the regular fillings and stuff. My Cajun one, which I've sold a bunch to our soul people, my
Mm-hmm.
powerful people, my black people. They
Yeah.
love it spicy, so
Yes.
I put a little twist into it, some smoked paprika to make it more Cajun,
Uh-huh.
all Cajun flavors. And then another staple one I think is my ubi bread pudding. That's
Mm-hmm.
one that really is a showstopper for the Filipinos and the other people who other non-Filipinos who eat my food.
Wow, I think I'm gonna order some. My husband's birthday is coming up April 27th, so
Oh, pretty soon.
yeah, I'm gonna have to ask for your menu so I can order some. But I want to the empanada. Really, I'm like I tried to make it here because my daughter even
Hard.
helped me, but it's hard.
It's very hard.
It's hard, yeah. And in the Philippines, like especially in Batak, because we're known for that, like Ilocos empanada. It's all over the Philippines now, and you wouldn't believe it. We have like this. We call it Riverside, where
Uh-huh.
there's a lot of different people like
Vendors.
making empanadas and you just have to go to whichever your favorite is.
Is
And ever since I was a little girl, I'm not kidding, it's like the best. Anyway,
That's what
I
I
can't wait.
heard.
I'm so excited.
If
Yeah.
somebody if somebody asks me what's the second hardest thing menu that you've made, it's the Ilocos. The dough
Yeah.
was so tricky. I'm like, I had to
Yes.
study it real hard. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody has been, not everybody, but a lot of people have asked me like, hey, can you make empanada? Can you make empanada? And I think for the last 8 months, because it's going viral, right?
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I have a dish like the Cebu style lechon, I study it. I listen to recipes and stuff, and I try to combine everything that I learn. And finally, here we are. I have I have customers that have come back 3, 4 times. I've only done it for a month now so far.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best because there's empanadas here, but that's nothing different. I mean,
Different
nothing compared to Ilocos empanada.
because we use the
Yeah,
rice
'cause
flour.
yeah,
They
yeah,
use the flour. Yeah,
yes, yes. Because my uncle again, his name is Brian Farinas. He's like the first 2 years, I think he had like either 14 or 15 stores to himself.
wow.
because all over the Philippines. And now people are buying franchise. And
Wow.
he grew it so big that he was even featured in a magazine and all that. Because I mean, it's just the best. Anyway, every time we go home to the Philippines, I always order from his store. And he's like, yeah, there was one time I went home and I just call him and he said, okay, MJ, we're gonna deliver the empanada. It's free. I'm like, no, Uncle Brian, I have to pay for. No,
You
it's
already
free.
know.
Anyway, thank
Right.
you, Uncle Brian. And like, yeah, I'm so proud because Ilocos empanada is like it's very close to my heart because I grew up. Whenever I go home to the Philippines, like in Batak, I never miss to eat. The first thing that we go to with my kids, we go to that riverside and we eat empanada and Mickey. So,
Oh, that's cool. I, I,
yeah.
I have to connect with your uncle because I'd like to
Mm-hmm.
taste his empanadas as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. When you go to the Philippines, just find an Ilocos empanada store.
I will look for
Yeah.
him.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
I'm NJ's friend. This time.
Yes, it's really good. It's really good. Anyway,
Mm,
Raquel, having gone through all this, experiences in life from growing up being the breadwinner in the family when your father was gone and everything, coming to the US, experiencing jobs like McDonald's and being a CNA, and you have become like you were in a corporate world, and now you have your own business, Blasian Bites.
mm.
What do you think are the most important lessons that you can share to all our viewers tonight?
I think the very first thing is be kind to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sometimes we, especially us Filipinos, we're the worst critic,
Mm-hmm.
especially to ourselves. You will fail.
Mm.
You will
Yes.
fail, but you get up.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get up, sometimes you fail again, and you just keep getting up until you see you don't have to just always just see what the end goal is. You can just always be really grateful of what's in front of you
Mm-hmm.
and what God has bestowed upon you. Gratitude, I think, can go, not I think, I know, gratitude takes you
Yeah.
places that
Mm-hmm.
you don't even imagine that God will take you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whoever you believe, God, Allah, or if you're spiritual, if you're grateful, you wake up in the morning and you're like, thank God for the people around me. I'm grateful for you, MJ. I'm grateful for PACC. PACC has been, Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, have been such a blessing for me in so many ways, and I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for my customers who always
Mm-hmm.
buy from me, or talk about my food or advertise my food. I'm grateful for just waking up in the morning and being happy that I'm going to be cooking and I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
something that I love. Not everybody can jump into that right now. I think gratitude can go a long way.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. It makes a lot of difference. You when you have that kind of mindset and outlook in life, again, the more grateful you are, the more blessings God will give you,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And when we share our blessings, when we share our talents, our time and everything, things will come in return without you even knowing. And it may not be material, it may not be something
Yep.
tangible, but it could be just the love of everybody and good health
Yeah.
and people that care about you. God's blessings come in many different ways.
Correct. Can I add
Yes.
this to a lot? I know we have 1 minute. A lot of people look at financial blessing as the best blessing, but you have to also focus, like what you said, your health, your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health. Also, just having a peace of mind and not being stressed out. I think that's a
Mhm.
great blessing to have. You can have all the money in the world, but if you're stressed out, you're still not going to be happy.
Yes, absolutely. And you can have all the money in the world, but if you're sick, how can you enjoy all those things, right? So, again, thank you so much, Raquel. That was very, very profound. Gratitude is everything.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
we are grateful for every moment, every experience, every blessing that we get from God and from the universe, it will just keep flowing. And if we accept that with open arms and share it openly too, it's just unbelievable how God works in our lives. So, oh my God, I wish we have more time, but definitely we have enjoyed so much listening to your story, and we have inspired a lot of our viewers. I too have been inspired by your beautiful story, Raquel. And I commend you at 46. You're doing your passion, you're following the life that God has created you for. And I commend you for that. And I am just now realizing at this stage of my life, but it's never too late. It's never too late. And I believe that God has a timing for everyone. We don't have the same path. God has a timing for every single one of us. So to all our viewers, whatever you are passionate about, come on, do it. Do it with you know what I mean? Do it with passion, because God has so much things that are in store for you, because it's in his plan for you. So anyway, we have to pick our winner before we close the show. So let's see who our lucky winner for
Excuse me.
all right, let's see. Let's see who our winner is. Congratulations, Jingle Romero. Wow, wow, congratulations. You know how to claim your prize. And you know what? Let's pick another winner. Let's pick another winner. One more. One more winner for tonight. Let's see. All righty. Drum roll. Let's see there. Okay. Wow. Judeline Esterija, congratulations. So we have Jingle Romero and Judeline Esterija. Congratulations to you both. And then Raquel, thank you so much for your time. And I will be contacting you, okay?
Thank you
And
for having me.
again, to all our viewers, thank you for watching Be Bold, Why Not? You know, we are here to serve you. We are here to share stories that can inspire you and hopefully that you can learn lessons from, and that will help you and guide you to be bold and to just follow your heart. Anyway, good night, everyone. Join us again Monday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Good night. Love you guys. God bless.